Hi guys, my name's Jalen and today I'm here to do my July wrap up. So I read a total of 18 and a half books this month. That is kind of a lot. I didn't realize I read that much. So I make a list on my phone when I finish a book. And that helps me keep up with my 2014 reading goal on Goodreads, which is to read 100 books. And that way I know what books I've read for my July wrap up, or like my wrap up of the month. So the first book that I read this month was Of Neptune by Anna Banks, and I read that on the way down to California where we went for our vacation on like the 3rd. And I read it took me almost the whole time going down there because I wasn't reading a lot. But I really liked it. As you guys probably know, I love the Of Poseidon trilogy, and it was just so good. Then I read Stalk Me by Julian Dodd, and this is a pretty long series. It has like 6 books in it, and the 6th one's not out yet, but I read that one. I had it for free on my phone, and I was scrolling through one day and I just read it. So the next book I have is Rebel by Amy Tintera, and that is the second book in the Reboot duology. And so this is one of the books that I bought in California. I went to the store, I went to Barnes & Noble, and I bought 5 books. I believe $100 there, but you know what? It was so worth it. And so I read this one and I loved it. I was just so excited that I finally had it, and it was just so good. I really love the Reboot duology, and it's something that I really like to read about, and I just think it's so interesting. The next book I read is Defy by Sarah B. Larson, and I got this along with A Rebel at the bookstore, and it sounded like Mulan, like it's a girl who joins the army, cuts her hair, and it just sounded awesome, and so I bought it, and I really liked it. So the next book I read is Alienated by Melissa Landers, and I have heard so much hype on this book, and I don't really read a lot of alien books. Let me scoot closer over here. And I picked this one up, and it was just so good, and I was so glad that I bought it. I bought this one along with those 2 up there at the bookstore. And I especially bought it because Sasha loves this book. It's like her all-time favorite one, and the second one comes out in February, and I'm so excited. I just cannot wait. The next book I read is Kiss Me by Julian Dodd, and I also have that on my Kindle, and it was the second book in the Stalk Me series by Julian Dodd, and I thought it was okay. I didn't especially love the series, but I just picked it up when I was bored. So the book I read after that is The Distance Between Us by Casey West, and I read this book for Booktubeathon. It completed 2 of my challenges, and I really like this book. I thought it was very interesting and just a really good contemporary, definitely one of my favorites. I loved just being able to see their different worlds and them being able to work so well together, but I loved it. It was so good. The next book I read is Obsidian by Jennifer L. Armentrout, and I bought the bind up especially for Booktubeathon. And I was like, well, this is a series that I have least read from, and I can maybe finish the series. And so I read Obsidian, Onyx, and Opal and Origin. I read both of them. Well, I read all 4 of them, and I loved them so much. And Opposition comes out tomorrow, and I am so excited. I'm waking up early, buying it. Oh, I'm so excited. It's just gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so good. Oh, I'm so excited. But I definitely love these books, and if you have not read them, they're just amazing, and you need to do it right now. And look at these covers. They sparkle. Who doesn't want sparkly covers? Do you see it? It's great. It's a win-win. Next, I read The Key, Red, and War by Jennifer Ann Davis. So I had someone that in my neighborhood recommend this book to me, and I didn't read it for a while. I wasn't in the mood, and I did want to read it, but I just wasn't feeling it, okay? So one day I just picked it up and I read The Key, Red, and War all that same day, and it was just awesome, and I loved it, and it was just so good. was awesome. It kind of reminded me of Throne of Glass, except she's not an assassin, but it was still very, very good. So, check it out. The next 4 books I read were Date Me, Love Me, Adore Me, and Hate Me, and that is book 3 for the novella, 4.5, and 5 in the Stalk Me series. And I just picked them up when I was boating, when I was camping, and I liked them. And the 6th one comes out at the end of August. And the last book that I read half of in July is Deception by Mary E. Pearson. And I read about half of it, and then it turned to August, and then I finished it, and then I read another book. But it was awesome. It was kind of confusing. There was a twist. It was good. I loved it. It was kind of a mystery. I loved the way she wrote it because you didn't know. And if you've read it, you know what that means. So, yes. I actually have Obsidian, Opal, and Origin all on my Kindle. I got Obsidian today because it's free, so check that out. Ooh, but I wanted to show you guys something else. Not book related, really. But I got this at a store, and it says Happily Ever After. Look at, see that? That is my name. And this is the reason why I named my channel this. So this is so hanging on my wall eventually when I get my hutch up. Just wanted to say that, but it's just pretty. I just like it. I really like it. And the last thing that I wanted to show you guys is look at this. Okay, now it may not look like much from the distance you are at, but my sister came home from school today and it started out like this. Jalen, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? I got you something. And I was like, okay, you can stop jumping now. And then she like thrust this into my face. Can you read it? Can you read it? That's my name up at the top. And you see this at the very bottom? It says Michael Vey. And see, that is his signature. I think it deserves to go on the wall. Right there. No, we're going to do it right now. Where's the tape? It deserves to go on the wall. It's on the wall now. See it right there? It's awesome. She also got one for her, but it was so cool. So, that is all I have to show you guys today. Hope you guys had an awesome July like I did. I was only home for about 10 days total. Oh, that's a lot of days. I mean, out of the 31, I was only home for 10. And it was an awesome month. I was busy. I'm leaving again tomorrow and won't be back. And then my parents are leaving and then, we're just never home. It's so crazy. But, hope you guys like this video. I'll talk to you guys next time. Give this video a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Comment below what books you read in July. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!